Hello, Power Soul. Love from the universe. Silence is often described as peaceful. But when silence is used deliberately, it becomes something else entirely. The silent treatment is not about needing space. It is about withholding connection. And when silence is used as a response to conflict, questions, or emotional needs, it stops being neutral, it becomes control. Silent treatment happens when communication is intentionally withdrawn to punish, dominate, or regain power. Not to cool down. Not to reflect. But to create discomfort. Messages go unanswered. Eye contact disappears. Presence turns cold. And the person on the receiving end is left guessing what they did wrong. You raise a concern and suddenly you're met with silence. No explanation. No clarity. No timeline. Just distance. You try to reconnect, and you're ignored. You ask what's wrong, and you're met with indifference. The silence stretches until you give in, apologize, or stop asking altogether. Because humans are wired for connection. Silence triggers anxiety not because you are weak, but because your nervous system senses disconnection. Your mind starts filling gaps. Did I hurt them? Should I fix this? Am I asking for too much? And slowly, silence trains you to suppress your needs. Imagine a plant placed in shade not because the sun is gone, but because it's intentionally blocked. The plant doesn't die immediately. It just grows weaker. Silent treatment works the same way. It doesn't scream. It slowly drains emotional strength. Silence avoids accountability. There is no conversation to resolve. No responsibility to explain. No vulnerability required. Instead, power is maintained by making the other person uncomfortable enough to fold. The one who speaks feels exposed. The one who stays silent feels in control. Repeated silent treatment changes people. You begin walking on eggshells. You overanalyze your words. You hesitate before expressing emotions. Eventually, you stop speaking not because everything is fine, but because silence feels safer than rejection. Let's be clear. Healthy space sounds like, I need time to think. I'll come back to this. Silent treatment sounds like, nothing. No reassurance. No boundary. No return. One creates safety. The other creates fear. Here is an important truth: if someone needs space, they can say so. If someone uses silence without explanation, the silence is the message. And that message is often, your discomfort doesn't matter. People who communicate openly are often blamed for pushing or asking too much. But needing clarity is not a flaw. Wanting communication is not weakness. And feeling hurt by silence is not overreacting. The harm comes from withdrawal, not from your need for connection. You reclaim power by naming the pattern, at least to yourself. You stop chasing silence. You stop apologizing just to restore peace. You stop believing that love must be earned through emotional withdrawal. Sometimes, clarity begins when you stop filling the silence with self-blame. Silence should never be used as a weapon. Connection should not be conditional. And communication should not be withheld to control behavior. You deserve relationships where space is explained, not enforced. Where silence is restful, not punishing. And where your voice does not disappear just to keep the peace. Sometimes, the most powerful response to silence is choosing not to shrink yourself to end it. Remember, Pure souls are loved by the universe.